Hey guys, it's Deborah. So first of all, I want to say thank you guys for all your great comments in my last video. I'm just so grateful that it went well. It went very well, and you guys really understood where I was coming from. It was called the V equals MOTB question mark, and it was really great, the responses I got. So thank you so much. And yeah, so this is wow, you guys. I wanted to talk about this, and then my friend texted me the like last night, and I was planning on making a video about it last night, but I didn't get a chance, so I'm making it today. But she texted me something and it relates to this, and you guys, this is amazing. So look at what this article, or this was a news broadcast. I think it was Australian news, like channel 12, I think, or something. But it says he's not going to make it. JB not to finish presidential term. Okay, the minute I saw that headline, it was a news broadcast, I thought of Daniel 11. Daniel 11, you guys. Okay, now I'm going to show you what my friend texted me last night. It's an article, which, like, how is it that I was about to make this video and then she texts me this article? Anyway, it says this. So again, let me repeat what this headline says. It says he's not going to make it. JB not to finish presidential term. And that is Daniel 11. I will explain in a minute and I'll read Daniel 11, but that is Daniel 11 happening right before us. And that brings the AC, which also brings the rapture. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is what she texted me last night, this article. B's long overdue tax hike span from Wall Street to Main Street, from super wealthy to smokers. So I'll read a little bit more into this article, but it ties right into what I just said. His term, he may not be able to finish his term. And now what is it saying? He's having this huge tax hike from Wall Street to Main Street, from super wealthy to smokers. A huge tax hike. Now let me read more of the article. This is huge, you guys. When puzzle pieces start to fit, like, you wonder if you're on the right track. You wonder sometimes, and some things I've probably been wrong about, but wow, praise the Lord, the God Most High. He speaks to his people and he warns people. I've been talking about this for so long. Anyway, the article says President B's plan for higher taxes on corporations and the wealthy to pay for his 3.5 trillion social welfare expansion so far includes 40 new taxes. So I was told that it's common for Democrats. I don't know much about the US stuff, like the politics and everything, but that I was told that it's common for Democrats to raise taxes. But listen to this. The menu of hikes range from doubling the federal tobacco tax to more than $2 per pack, to boosting the top income tax rate to 39.6 from 37%, adding up to one of the largest tax increases in US history. So what the first thing I just read said, doesn't look like he's going to finish his term. Then it said it's the largest tax increase in US history. Okay, now let's read Daniel 11. Okay, so the yellow I've highlighted would be the person before the current president, President JB. So the yellow would be possibly DJT. It said, then he shall turn his face toward the fort of his own land, but he shall stumble and fall and not be found. So that would be DJT. Now this would be JB. Then shall stand up in his estate a raiser of taxes in the glory of the kingdom, but within a few days, and it doesn't mean literal days, but a short time, he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. So somehow he dies or is destroyed, but not in anger or battle. So, like, what did the first headline say? It said, his term he won't finish. It'll be short. This says he's going to be destroyed in a few days. Okay. And what does it say? It will raise up a raiser of taxes. Now, yes, we could say, okay, the Democrats typically raise taxes, I guess. If that's, true, then there you go. But it says one of the greatest increases in US history. You have to look at when it's firsts of things, or the largest ever. Plus, like I said, it said he's not finishing, and it said that he might not finish. It's just speculation. And from like some of his mental stuff going on, like, yeah, you can see how. I mean, it just all fits. Okay. Then what's the purple or the pinky purple? And in his estate, so who comes after JB, shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom, but shall come in peaceably, making a peace agreement, and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. And with the arms of a flood shall they be overthrown from before him, and shall be broken, yea, also the prince of the covenant. So it goes on and on and on. But you have here in yellow, you would have possibly, like we've been thinking, DJT, then blue, JB, then purple, AC. Okay, so, and he comes in peaceably, and he's the prince of the covenant, and with flatteries, you know, oh, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. So what's going to happen when JB is destroyed neither in anger nor in battle? Well, something's going to happen at that time. So it's right, Daniel 12. So this is Daniel 11. Daniel 12 starts with, at that time, something happens. Now you could say, oh, this stuff already all happened. This stuff all in Daniel 11 already happened. Some of it, yes, there's typologies of it, but it says at that time, when this vile person stands up, something will happen. Well, this thing hasn't happened yet. And I'll show you Daniel 12. At that time, it literally says, Michael, the great prince, stands guard over the sons of Israel. And what will happen? You can go read Daniel 12. It says all the people whose names written in the book will basically be brought back to life, caught up, or whatever. Okay, you're gonna have to read Daniel 12. But basically, everyone in the Lamb's book will be judged at that point. So it's kind of a brief synopsis of how it will go. So it's like, because we know the dead not in Christ aren't judged till at the end, after the millennial reign. So basically, Daniel 12 kind of gives a quick synopsis, just like Revelation 12 is a quick overview of the whole Great Tribulation. Okay, so I know that's kind of deep, but the point is, at the time when this vile person stands up, Michael stands up and he starts to deliver the people. It's the beginning. So first you have the rapture, then you have Jacob's trouble, then you have, you know, the millennial reign and people being judged, and there's people judged throughout all that time. But the point is, initially it starts with Michael standing up. There's, you know, this fight in heaven, the rapture, all these things are happening at that time. Now, this hasn't happened before in history, so we know it couldn't be just talking about the history. This hasn't happened where all the names in the Lamb's Book of Life were judged, okay? That hasn't happened yet. So we know it's prophetic. Anyway, you guys probably know that. Something else that's interesting is, this is personal, Daniel 12:1. I just have so many 12s and 21s, things that have happened to me. And you guys know I was really into that conjunction. Like, there was so much with it, with you know, what I told you about oh gosh, I can't remember her name now. Mila Kunis, all that stuff with that movie that she did, Jupiter Ascending, and all this stuff. Like, I was really into it. And it happened on 12/21, December 21. And this is 12/1, but also there's a lot to do with 12/12, 12/21. There's so much stuff. And I just found out, I found this like card from the day I was born. It wasn't my birth certificate. It was like a little card that I got in the hospital. I just found it, and it said I was born at 12/21. It was so interesting. I was actually born at 12/21. So that's just a personal thing, but I found that interesting because I was so into that conjunction on 12/21. And it's about, you know, somebody who's royalty and they didn't know that they were royalty. That movie, Jupiter Rising. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. But it was the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. Jupiter being the man-child, Saturn being the dragon or Satan, and them conjoining. And anyway, like, it was like the second Revelation 12 sign. That's how I kind of look at it. That's what I think it kind of was. You also have this dragon atmosphere thing coming in late September that someone else is saying is kind of like the second Revelation 12 sign. I don't know. I thought it was that, the conjunction, but whatever, this 12/21. Anyway, I thought that was crazy about JB, what I just showed you, that, you know, the news broadcast said he's going to be, you know, out short, like it will be a short term and he can't finish it. Then my friend texted me right when I'm making the video saying basically that this article saying that it's the highest tax raising in almost all of US history, which fits perfectly with Daniel 11. Brings the vile person, which at the same time means we're out of here. So that is amazing. I think that was just crazy. One other quick thing I'll show you that's personal, but I think it's interesting and it does affect you guys too. Just like I said about the 12/21, kind of the fact that I was born in 12/21. And there's all these 12s and 21 references. And I told you one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a whole experience with 12, 21, and 21:12, bringing me to the 1335th day, because I think it's Revelation 12:12, it says, blessed is he who makes it to that day. I think it's Revelation 12:12. I'd have to look that up again, sorry. But basically, all these signs, all these nuggets, all these stepping stones pointing at that you've made it, pretty much, we're leaving, the door is shut, all this stuff. But anyway, let me show you something else that's kind of cool with regards, it's personal, but it will be a blessing to you guys too. Okay, so my friend Aaron, from the channel Got a Minute, he sent me this, and I just think it's so cool. Okay, so we're supposed to be in the Jewish year 5782, according to the Jews. Now, that's a whole thing, and I can get into another video. Like, we're probably in year 5999 or 6000 or whatever. Like, we're basically at the 6000th year, but they believe we're in 5782. I believe God will meet you kind of where you're at and give you signs depending on where you're at. So let's just use that right now, even though some people say we won't even switch over 5s to 5782 until October, let's just meet us where we're at for now. 5782, okay, for now, means to rouse oneself awake, okay? Whether it means in October or now or whatever, I'll get into that another time. But 5782 means to rouse yourself or awake. Now, that would be cool enough because of the fact that that means wake up, like to, like the rapture or the dead in Christ or whatever. But it also means this, or this is where it comes from. It is Deuteronomy and Judges. This is where you find it, which actually means like an eagle stirs up the nest. So like an eagle, and it means awake, Deborah. Awake, Deborah, and sing. And literally the year 5782, which is what we're going into or are in, but aren't really in, but it's still a sign, okay? It means Deborah awake, and he sent that to me. That was really cool. But there's more. So yes, it's really exciting for us, the fact that it just means to wake up, that year itself. So does it mean in October? Does it mean now? Whatever, I'll get into that another time. But the point is, that's encouraging because it's like that year means, let's go. So that's cool. But the fact that it says my name, that's really cool. But then on top of it, it talks about an eagle. Okay, God has talked to me so much about eagles, and he showed me where in the Bible they changed the word eagle to vulture in new versions of the Bible, and how he didn't like that. Long story, but the point is there's a lot of connections with eagles and me. And I told Aaron that I got this. This is a picture. I got this. I just took a picture of the picture. I got this as a gift like a long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago. But it says my name, and then it says Hebrew, meaning the bee, and then it says all these attributes. But it was given to me by my husband, and it was like a picture of an eagle, as you can see. So I don't know, all these connections were kind of cool. I know it's personal and I'm just sharing with you guys, but it is cool because it's related to the year. Like if I'm waking up, others are too. So that's good. And also, Aaron, he has done so much with eagles. I don't know if you guys know, and his channel is called God a Minute. That's what his channel is called. And we kind of have to stick together somewhat because there's not a lot of Canadians even in this whole genre talking about all this stuff. So we kind of have to stick together a little bit. But and it's interesting because both our spouses work for the government. So they're kind of hopefully teaming up a little bit too, to just, make sure that until we leave, we have some rights, like our spouses, me and Aaron. Anyway, so that's really cool that God brought that together to help one another. In that way. And anyway, so he does a lot with eagles, and he actually did a whole video and stuff on Philadelphia Eagles. I guess that's a sports team, and there's many sports team that are Philadelphia, all about like flyers and all this other stuff, like all about flying or eagles. And he did this whole thing, and he actually has an eagle, I believe, on his YouTube channel thing. So anyway, I thought it was interesting that 5782, and he's talking a lot about the new year being in October. I wasn't sure about that, but now I'm doing a lot of research. I mean, it's not a big deal to me, but anyway, I could talk about that in another video, but he's talking a lot about that. Waking up, it says 5782 is to awake. And even though it's probably not year 5782, it's probably like year 6000 right now, or in around that. it's still, God meets you where you're at. That's what I truly believe. That's why I truly believe he'll meet you, like when it comes to some of these signs. Like he needs the signs to make sense to people. So anyway, this was off topic, but I thought it was pretty cool. The fact that the year we're supposed to be going into, or are in, or whatever, that the rapture is supposed to happen, means to wake up and arouse. And then it's neat for me that it means my name and to wake up and sing. And that it also means an eagle stirs up the nest. And I have this. I was like, oh, where's that picture? I can't find it. And it fell behind my dresser. I'm not showing you like the whole frame because it's like broken. It fell behind my dresser. So I had to like get my husband to like move the dresser and pull it out and find this picture. I'm like, there it is. Anyway, I thought that was a blessing and encouraging. But the main point of my video was really to talk about this whole thing with JB and how it fits completely with with Daniel 11, and that he is, it looks like, not going to make it and last, where that's exactly what Daniel 11 says, my highlighted areas. And it also says he's a raiser of taxes. It fits perfectly. I just can't even believe it. We saw it coming, many of us, but we didn't know. We weren't sure, but there it is. And we know that that means Michael stands up. Like it all just, it's set off. That's it. Like this is, wow. 5782, 2021. Like it just all works. It all fits. And yeah, it all, oh, you know what just hit me? Oh, sorry guys, I have to say something else. Those verses that, let me put it up on the screen. Sorry guys, I just have so many things. They just come to me when I'm talking. Look at those verses. Okay, you have DJT possibly in the 19. Okay, what was that, like 2019? And then 20 to 21, you have JB. So I know he came in 21, but it's kind of interesting that you have the vile person entering in verse 21, kind of like the year 2021. And even though JB was 20, I don't know, did he get elected in 2020 or 2021? I mean, basically, it kind of still kind of fits. I just thought that was interesting, the verses. You have DJT possibly in 19, then 20 to 2021. Then you have JB, and then you have the AC 2021. You see the 21. I know there's a lot of 21s, and like I said, I was born at 1221. That was shocking. Like I said, that conjunction at 1221, and like that was my thing for so long. And it really, I don't know if you guys followed that. Again, if you're OG to my channel, but you probably know what I'm talking about, this Mila Kunis thing and the movie and the conjunction and relating to me and relating to a needle she was getting, and then she got saved and she was really a royalty. Anyway, there's so much to that at 1221. Okay, there's just so much. But yeah, the verses themselves kind of speak for themselves. Could it be? Could it be that it's pointing out right there that it starts at 2021? That just came to me. Sorry. I just thought of it. So I'm like, I have to pop that on the screen, but that was a lot. Sorry guys. But, yeah, it's just, you can't deny that it fits perfectly. This guy is not making it through. He's not doing okay. He's not doing well. JB is not doing well. And it says he's destroyed, but not by, like, it's not like by a might, or I forget what it says. Oh, it's right there. It says not in battle, or he shall be destroyed neither in anger and battle, like, yeah, that sounds about right. And the raiser of taxes. And I just showed you. If it hadn't said one of the most in U.S. history, then you could be like, oh, well, this happens all the time. But hello, it's like almost the most in U.S. history. And yeah, I don't know. What else can we really say? I think it was meant to be, because I was about to make the video and then the friend texted me at the same time. It was my neighbor, my friend, if you guys know. It's always the one who's like, well, one of the people who gives me like info, plus, Facebook people and other people give me a lot of info. Anyway, thanks for all that. I appreciate everybody who helps me with research and all that kind of stuff. So hope this blessed you guys and was interesting. And I want to touch base with regards to some of the dates, calendars, stuff, whatever. I want to try to touch base on my view on some of it. I don't know how that's going to go, if we're going to have time. Like, it's that short. I don't know if we're going to have time. I know I'm laughing, but things are very serious. Like where I'm at, like it's very serious. Like by the 22nd, they have mandates where if you don't have the V word, like you can't go into anywhere. It's like the same thing that's happened in the States. It's just happening on a different date. So, and it's happening in other countries already, I'm sure, probably, whatever. So, he's not unaware of this at all. And he's mad, you guys. Oh my gosh, he's mad, you guys. And the great Prince Michael. Oh, it just gets me excited. Like he's about to stand up. He's like, all right, we're done. Okay, we're done. It's on. Oh my gosh, like I know it's serious. It's just when I think about it, it's just so powerful and amazing. And the enemy has been winning for so long. It's so exhausting. He just keeps on moving forward and advancing. But he's like, God's like, all right, this is it. It's on. I'm standing up. He has so much grace and so much mercy, and he had to just keep pushing it out. And he's long suffering. That's why he's so beautiful and amazing. And we praise him forever because he's like this. But enough is enough. Okay. And we know that once it's on, it's the worst time that the world will ever see. We know it's scriptural. So Michael's about to stand up, and yeah, you don't want that if you're the enemy, okay? You don't want it to, well, I mean, in some ways he wants it to begin, and in other ways I'm sure he's like dragging it out. I don't even know. Shouldn't try to think about what he thinks. All I know is God is in charge, you guys. God is in charge. He's on the throne. He knows what's going on, and he's ready. So you guys get yourself ready too. And yeah, I will try to talk to you about this other stuff I was saying, and I hope this blessed you, encouraged you, and I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, God bless and shalom.